2NURFM News for our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Rhys Wicks with 2NURFM Hunter News. Motorists can expect ongoing delays following a fatal accident near Singleton. 2 cars collided on the Golden Highway near Mitchell's line of road at Mount Thorley. Ambulance services have confirmed 1 person has died. Traffic diversions are continuing, with eastbound motorists being redirected through Putty Road and the New England Highway, while westbound traffic is diverted into Range Road. 3 men have been charged following an alleged assault in the John Hunter Hospital car park earlier this month. Investigators were told a 17-year-old was approached by a group of men who demanded his car keys before allegedly assaulting him on Friday, March 6. The 3 men involved will face Newcastle local court over the incident in coming weeks. The Baird government has committed to improving on the roads of Port Stephens. If they are re-elected, they intend to continue work on Nelson Bay Road and begin work on other black spots in the area. $3 million has also been promised to Port Stephens Council to assist in investing and designing the Fingal Bay Link Road. Liberal candidate for Port Stephens Ken Jordan explains why the upgrades to Nelson Bay Road are so important.
Australia Day, when I was travelling from Australia Day at Raymond Terrace to Nelson Bay, it was backed up for 8 kilometres. At Christmas time, holiday period, the town, the whole area becomes gridlocked. But it'll also, with the 4 lanes in Newcastle, will make the journey from Newcastle Airport to Newcastle quicker for people coming in and out of Port Stephens.
Meanwhile, Labor candidate for Port Stephens Kate Washington says upgrades to Nelson Bay Road will start and finish under a Labor government.
Labor has committed to delivering a fully funded, fully costed $65 million for the next stage of the duplication of Nelson Bay Road. The Labor Party delivered stages 1 and 2 of the upgrade of Nelson Bay Road. Stage 3 is now being completed and stage 4 will be delivered under a Labor government.
Fire crews have now rendered the Singleton Town Shopping Centre on John Street safe following a fire to a cafe this morning. Crews used fans to help bring the fire under control not long after the call was made at 11 o'clock. An unknown amount of people were treated for smoke inhalation. A Brisbane study into the effects of alcohol harm prevention shows trading hour cutbacks in Newcastle are directly preventing alcohol-related violence. The study suggests a 20% reduction in late-night assaults has eased the strain on emergency departments, and similar programs are now in the works for King's Cross and Central Sydney. Community spokesman Tony Brown says the changes have made a huge dent in Newcastle's assault rates.
Very modest reduction in late trading hours has led to an unprecedented reduction in harm, where over 5,000 young people have been prevented from being bashed on our streets at night since 2008. This also translates to over 350 people who have not had to be taken to our emergency departments because of alcohol-related street assaults.
Shadow Energy Minister Adam Searle has visited Singleton this morning, hitting back at the Coalition's plans to privatise the state's electricity. Labor believes teachers, nurses and other public service jobs will lose funding and taxes will rise across the state. Adam Searle says Labor is the only party who can fund public services without privatising the network.
The choice for residents in the Hunter is clear. It's not only about whether we should keep these profitable public assets funding vital public services, it's about whether we want a government that can fund basic services or not.
Patterson MP Bob Baldwin has today welcomed a $25 million commitment from the Coalition to improve mobile black spots across New South Wales. The funding will improve on work previously done under the Commonwealth Government's Mobile Black Spot program, allowing for greater coverage across regional areas in the Hunter. Mr Baldwin says the aim is to have the program rolled out later this year.
The Commonwealth Government is reviewing all of the submissions that have been put forward. There will be decisions on them later this year. This funding, of course, will help with that effort in assessment and evaluation. I welcome the funding. I'm looking forward to the announcements because I want to fix those mobile phone black spots in my electorate.
An upcoming snack study conducted by the University of Newcastle is set to test the sweet tooth of young adults. Participants in the survey are tasked with serving up what they believe to be a reasonable portion of both breakfast and lunch. Researcher Dr. Tamara Butcher says the study is aimed at assessing perceptions of nutritional value.
The overall goal is to find out what criteria people use to evaluate snacks and to compare this to what experts think about healthy eating, and in this way we can find out whether there are gaps between, or whether there are misperceptions in the public that we could address.
In finance, the All Ords is down 39 points at 57.71, and $1 Australia dollar is buying 76.17 US cents. Now a sport, Belinda Dellis Harris.
The Newcastle Knights insist they'll be laying it all on the line ahead of Sunday's showdown with the Titans. Tyler Randall will return to the bench alongside rookie Jack Stockwell and teen talent Sione Matautia. Meanwhile, all 5 Gold Coast players suspended in the NRL's cocaine controversy have been cleared to return to the Titans lineup. Knights 5'8" Jared Mullen says it's now time to reinvigorate their attack.
We've got a bit of momentum at the moment. We're definitely not where we want to be in terms of attack, but we're defending very well. Looking forward to going up there to challenge the Goldie. Hope to come over win.
Jets management are again under the wages pump after failing to pay up on time for a second consecutive month. Players have slammed the club despite reports payments were made last night. Staff yet to see the money at the close of business 3 days past the deadline. And Robins Oval has been confirmed as the backdrop for this weekend's Maitland District Cricket first grade grand final between City United and Northern Suburbs. That's sport. I'm Belinda Dellis Harris.
2 NRFM news time is 2:05.